What's up, guys? It's dude edited here, and this is as you can tell, who's gonna be back in Injustice 2. I feel we should talk about the characters that are already in the game before we talk about who's gonna be joining, and deciding whether or not they are going to come back. Now, this is obviously not based on any truth. This is just kind of my predictions, my thoughts, and I'd love to hear your guys' ideas in the comments. So we're just gonna go in order of alphabetical because that's a word. And the first one is Aquaman. Now, Aquaman being such a big character in the DC universe, as well as getting a movie, being in the Justice League, being such a decent part of the first Injustice game, I really don't see him leaving. He's a fun character. Even if he's not plot related, he's gonna be in the game because he is such a big part of the Justice League and so well known to everyone. Next up is Ares. Ares is actually someone I do not see coming back for the game. Now, you think we would have one to kind of combat the Themyscira kind of feel with Wonder Woman, but I feel that's going to be replaced by any other character. Ares was just so unneeded that I feel like he's more of a filler character, and I just don't see him coming back. Now, that's not saying he wasn't a fun character in the game, but, I mean, let's be honest, he's probably not coming back. Another one I do not think coming back is the next character, Bane. Bane was another filler character, I believe. Just someone to kind of make the enemy roster seem bigger. He's just kind of in there to make the game, to add a big character to the game, because there were basically two characters. You had the medium builds, which are just a normal human being kind of thing, and the big buff guys, you know, him, Doomsday, Lex Luthor, and I really believe that Bane was just added to kind of add on to that, which now I could see him being replaced by anyone like Killer Croc or something. The next character is DLC character Batgirl. I don't see her coming back unless it's DLC. She was not important to the story because she wasn't in the story. She was just kind of DLC, which I don't really think most of the DLC characters are coming back except for obviously one, but we'll see. Maybe they'll throw her in. Who knows? Next up is Batman. There's not much to say. Batman is going to be in the game. He was revealed on the poster. That's basically it. Next up is Black Adam, and again, I see him as a filler character for combating Shazam. He, again, like many of these filler characters, did not attribute to the plot. He was just the evil version of Shazam, so they had to throw him in, which I do not see him coming back for the next one. The next character is Catwoman. Catwoman, I'm very iffy on this one. I don't see her coming back because she could be replaced easily, but I see her coming back because she is a quite popular character in the DC universe. Catwoman, she was a really fun character to play. She had good combos. She was a very different character from the standard punching. She was very flexible, and she was fun, but as for progressing a plot, I don't see her coming back for that. Next up is Cyborg, and Cyborg is another one I'm kind of iffy about. He is a Justice League member, so that would kind of point to him as coming back, but he's also not a big Justice League member. Well, that's debatable, but he is also getting a movie. He's also in the Justice League movie, so odds are they'll throw him in just because of that. But he also has the technological ability of the group, which is another reason I think they'll throw him in, because if they ever have a reason for that, they'll just use him. Next up is Deathstroke. Now, this is a sad thing to say, but I do not think Deathstroke is coming back. I love Deathstroke. He's my favorite character in the game. He obviously had his cheap combo, but he was just not needed. I think when they put him in the game, he was kind of hitting a popularity time with Arrow, with Batman Arkham Origins, and it's time that, you know, nowadays he's not really in too much. I believe his movie plans aren't there yet. So as for him being in the game, it doesn't seem likely. They could always, you know, throw him in because he was played a lot, but that's just something we'll have to wait and see. Another character I do not think is coming back. Apparently I don't think most of these characters are coming back, which I'm obviously going to be wrong about. But Doomsday. Doomsday was just kind of a plot item. You know, he was captured in Superman's Fortress, and he's a really cool villain. I do love Doomsday. I'm saying and but a lot, and I'm sorry. Really Batman. He was just in Batman vs. Superman, which that rendition was not well received, but it's just not seeable, I guess, for him coming back, which is very unfortunate. Next up is Flash, who's obviously coming back. He was in the poster, which is awesome. I do hope, they make him a little more combo-y because he's such a fast character, and I'm excited to see what they do with Flash. Given that he's on the poster, he could be a big part in the plot, but we'll see. Next up is Green Arrow, and I do see Green Arrow coming back. He was kind of worthless in the first game because he is so fragile as a character, but given how popular Arrow still is, given they're going to announce his movie soon, and given he's a Justice League member, it's kind of hard to not see him in the game. And hopefully we get another Stephen Amell DLC skin. Next up is Green Lantern. I, of course, see Green Lantern in this game. There's really no reason for him not to be. Will it be Hal Jordan? That's debatable. It could be Jon Stewart, Simon Baz, any of the Green Lanterns. But I do see him coming back. I'm pretty sure everyone sees him coming back. He's just a really fun character. And what I really hope for this game is that they do more with his ring, doing more items created to kind of make it interesting. Don't have like the turbine launcher back in the game, because we've seen that. Do something new. Next up is Harley Quinn, and because Harley Quinn is so popular, I 100% see her in this game. Even if she doesn't help the plot at all, or really attribute anything to the game, she's got a movie coming out. She's super popular. She's big in the comics. She's basically DC's answer to Deadpool, kind of ish. And the biggest change, I think, is going to be her look, to make her more look like the comic and movie characters. Hawkgirl is next. I don't know about Hawkgirl. Hawkgirl was added instead of Hawkeye, Hawkman, because they need more female characters in the game. I think that's what someone said. I'm not sure, but that's my prediction. I'm pretty sure that's why. They did do that for another character as well. But Hawkgirl was just pointless. She's actually a really good character. I don't enjoy playing her, but I'm pretty sure someone won a big Injustice tournament with her. So, will she come back? That's definitely a maybe. I could see her easily getting replaced, but, who knows. Next up is a Joker, and Joker is going to be in the game. The one problem with this is that he was killed in the, spoilers, he was killed in the Injustice universe. So, that could cause some problems, but given how popular Joker is, I'm sure they're going to find a way to put him in the game. Next up is Killer Frost. Killer Frost is not going to be in the game. I am 99% sure of that, because even Ed Boon, I'm pretty sure it was Ed Boon. Ed Boon said, I sound like Donald Trump, Jesus. Ed Boon said that he wishes they would have put Mr. Freeze in the game instead, but they did need more female characters, so they weren't sexist. And unfortunately for her, I didn't enjoy playing her in the first place, but I know some people did. We won't be seeing her again. Now, next up is Martian Manhunter. This is kind of the DLC character that I was talking about that could come back. Because everyone wanted Martian Manhunter, that's how he got in the game. Given how important he is in the Justice League, I am pretty sure he'll be an actual character in the game. I hope it's that way, and it's going to be really sad if they don't do that. Next up is Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor is a possibility. Obviously, he's going to have to wear his big suit, or he's not going to stand a chance in the arena. But he's such a big character in the universe, especially right now in the comics, and the terrible Jesse Eisenberg version in the movies, that it just seems very likely he's gonna pop in. Next up is the DLC character Lobo. Lobo could appear as a DLC character. There's a small chance he could appear in the story because he's well loved by his fans. He's definitely more likely chance of not being there, but don't count him out yet. You could be surprised. Next up is Nightwing. Nightwing is always a possibility. Everyone loves Nightwing. He is the Robin, but the small reason I believe he couldn't be in this game is because he might be replaced with Robin. Just Damian Wayne. He could be replaced with Jason Todd's Red Hood. There's a lot of other sidekick-esque characters that could replace Nightwing. There's also the possibility that they just get added in instead of replacing him, but we'll see. That's all I got to say about Nightwing. And I'm sorry I'm going through those characters really quickly. I don't want this video to be too long, but stick with me, guys. Raven is an interesting character. She did have a little bit of stuff in the plot, but overall she was kind of just more cannon fodder. I would not be surprised if she's not in the game, but you know, I wouldn't count her out. She could definitely be replaced with another Teen Titans member, with like Beast Boy, Starfire, anyone else. But she's more likely not going to be in. Next up is Scorpion. Scorpion was really hated at first, I think, because nobody wanted to see a Mortal Kombat character in the game. I liked Scorpion. I thought it was a fun addition, kind of showing like this is NetherRealm. Given how much the fans initially hated him, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him again. And given the fact that Mortal Kombat 10 didn't have any DC heroes like Superman as a DLC, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him again. However, I'm not counting him out yet. Next up is Shazam. Shazam is a possibility. He is very popular. He's getting more popular. I'm pretty sure he has a solo movie coming out. And I'm not a big Shazam fan, so that makes me initially think that he's not going to be in the game. But I am pretty sure he will be, because a lot of people like him. He's got some real cinematic stuff going on, and it just seems very likely. Next up is Sinestro. Sinestro is another villain that I feel they added to just combat their good guy counterpart, Green Lantern. But I think Sinestro is still going to be in the game. They'll find a way to plug him in because he is such a big villain. And he's interesting. He's interesting to play as. He's got the ring, which obviously brings in a new world of abilities and moves that can happen. So I would count on Sinestro being in the game. Next up is Solomon Grundy. Solomon Grundy I do not see coming back in the game. I feel like he was just another character added because he's big, and he could be easily replaced with anyone like Killer Croc, or you know, if they wanted to keep Bane in, just throw out Solomon Grundy. So it just seems unlikely that he'll be back in the game. And given I don't think he was even played that much, he was just a weird character, and we'll see. Of course, the next one is Superman. I'm not going to say anything. Superman's going to be in the game. If he's not, then shit. But obviously, and of course, the next one, Wonder Woman, is also going to be in the game. There's no way they're going to take out the big three of those two and Batman, and it just seems unlikely. The next character is Zatanna, sorry. Unless she's a DLC character, I really don't see her in the game. However, there is one chance I do see her in the game, and it's as a combatant to Constantine, who he's one of the characters I think could be added. Doing that magic versus magic character thing would be interesting. So there's a small chance she'll be in the game. And then the final character is Zod. Zod, I don't see in the game unless, of course, he's a DLC character. There's always a small chance they somehow throw him in as a plot device, but Zod just seems unlikely. Alright, we're at about 13 and a half minutes. I want to wrap this up because I don't want this to go on too long. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me who you think's coming back. Tell me who you think's leaving. And yeah, the next video will probably be who I think will be joining the Injustice crew. New characters, of course. And kind of as a wrap up, I did say a lot of characters could be leaving, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do this just to spice up the game and add some new life to it with new characters that'll make people want to play. But we'll see. I'm not a game developer. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Talk to you all later. Have a great day. Bye.